Hello. My name is Heather. I'm a Buti Yoga instructor for Catch the Wave, and I am going to go over some Buti Yoga fundamental skills prior to taking a Buti Yoga class. So first and foremost, I would like to say that Buti Yoga is more of an advanced practice. It's not, there are beginner series, but it's really, really essential that you're familiar with the yoga asanas before getting started with Buti Yoga. It wouldn't be the first exercise that I would start with, especially if you're just getting into exercising. Buti Yoga is geared towards more of an advanced style of yoga. Some people might feel differently, and that's fine, but it really is more of an advanced practice. So some important elements that distinguish Buti Yoga from the rest of the yoga pranas is the spiral motion, and we'll go over that. So the spiral motion essentially is used to awaken your heart chakra or to awaken your sacral chakra. And there are two different motions that you would be using. So you could be going counterclockwise or you could be going clockwise. Now, any movement to the left is said to be welcoming in more of female energy, whereas going clockwise, moving to the right, you are adding in more male energy. Now, we all are composed of male and female energy, but the idea is to create balance with this. So by using these two methods, we are bringing in those two energies into our body. So starting with the heart chakra, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see my body. And we're going to be moving in a spiral motion. I want you to imagine as if your heart is a marker and you're drawing a circle around your spine. Okay, it's a small movement. The goal is to not move outside of your hips. So think of your hips as being your box, and you want to keep that circle within your box. So you're moving it around. Generally, we have our hands out to the side when we're doing this, and to the right. Got to equal it out. Speaking of equal it out, so many times if you take a Buti Yoga class, you'll see the instructor doing a lot of stuff on the right, and then not immediately doing it on the right side. And that's perfectly normal. We are taught to we create balance within the class, but it's not essential that we move from the right side and then the left side. Generally, we move from the right side and then we bring it back into the center. And then you might do the left side, or you might do another series of exercises and then go back to that same exercise on the left side. So that's the spirals. The spiral into the sacrum is the same thing. Moving it to the left. And again, you're gonna imagine as if your sacrum, so your hip girdle, is moving around your spine. You're making a nice big circle around your spine. So counterclockwise, we are going around our spine to the left, and clockwise, we are going around our spine to the right. Okay, and staying with our hips, another movement that's a little bit different than a regular yoga class is hip ticks, they're called. Okay, so the movement is coming from between your lower ribs and your hip bone. Okay, and you want to imagine as if they're kind of, the hip bone and the lower rib is kind of trying to touch each other. They're kind of trying to pinch each other together. So it's really like that deep inner core that's working. And when I say core, Many people think it's just your abdominals, and that's not actually true. Your core consists of your inner thighs, your outer thighs, your transverse abdominis, your obliques, which is the sides of your waist, your lower back, and all your gluteal muscles. So your minimus, your medius, and your maximus. Okay. So all of that always wants to be turned on. You really want to activate those core muscles, your inner thighs, like there's a block in between your legs and you're pulling, you're pulling in. And you also want to activate some perineum muscles, okay? So if you've had babies like me, I've had 4, you know about this, but if you don't, let me talk to you about it. And men, same thing for you, you have them. You want to imagine as if you're kind of holding your urine, but it's different than that, okay? So you're holding your urine at the end part of your perineum muscle. And then you want to think about the rest of the muscles up there, okay? So you're holding on like you have to go to the bathroom, but then you're like pulling that muscle up towards your belly button. So that muscle's getting pulled up, in, through, and all the way up, okay? Like you're trying to lift it up. The same thing with your belly button. Your belly button, you want to pretend as if you're sucking in to try on those jeans, but you're doing more than just sucking in. You're lifting up. So you're trying to get that belly button up in to your rib cage. So you're lifting, everything's lifting up, pulling you up to keep you up and aligned, okay? And that's going to protect everything. When you keep those core muscles tight, it's going to protect your back. It's going to make you do the movement properly. It's going to keep you in alignment. And speaking of alignment, the last exercise that is well known in Buti Yoga, you're going to step outside your mat and get your feet nice and level, okay? Make sure your hips are level, and you're going to be pushing onto the outer part of your feet. And from here, you're just going to slowly start to move back side to side. Again, my core muscles are burning, and then you move faster, okay? This is the shake, the booty shake. Now, many people think Buti Yoga, right? It's all about your butt. It's very common, people think that, but it's not actually the truth. Buti is a marathon Indian term that means something that's hidden, that hasn't been discovered. And that's really important because the whole practice is designed to relieve trauma, relieve any type of thing, anything that you're holding on to that we might not be aware of. Some people aren't even aware that they're holding on to some of these past events that has happened in their life, but they've repressed them so much that they don't even know they happened. And Buti Yoga has been designed by the founder, Busy Gold, to release that, to make you aware that has happened to you, or make you aware that you need to release it. Many classes are designed where people are realizing all this stuff has just been brought up, and it's not uncommon to have people crying in your class because they just released something that they didn't even knew was there. It was hidden from them. So it's kind of a really important distinction between your butt and this really deep meaning behind Buti Yoga. It's a fabulous practice. When I first did it back in 2015, 2016, I just completely fell in love with it. I was a fitness professional for 10 years of my life, and I got out of it. I really did get burnt out. The competition was just really hard to keep up. I got into the fitness field to better other people, to help people, to educate people how your body is your temple, and self-love means keeping yourself healthy. So I hope you join me on your mat. I'm going to be doing some 20-minute segments. As a Buti Yoga instructor, we sign a legal document that states that we are not allowed to stream classes that are more than 20 minutes long. So I'll be doing short 20-minute little exercises, and you can find that on my website at cashthewave.com, and that's cash, like in your browser, CACHE, the THE, wave, WAVE.com. I look forward to seeing you. Bye.